This week I want to start by having you ask yourself a couple of very important questions. Do you ever feel as though no matter how hard you try, you just can't get interested in whatever you're doing at hand? Do you ever feel like you're not home or you're not present? Do you ever feel dull, like you're flatlining, just can't quite get your energy involved or excited or enthusiastic about life around you? Well, most likely the reason for that is really quite surprising. Your spirit left. By that I mean your divine inner child, your essential flame, your essential divine nature has disconnected and has gone somewhere else because it is not being fed in the moment. When your spirit leaves, it's telling you that whatever you're doing isn't really resonating with your most authentic self. And the truth is, it never will. So you have a couple of choices to make. When your spirit leaves, you have to be somewhat interested in where it's trying to take you, because it's trying to take you to whatever it is you do need to become re-energized, re-engaged. When your spirit leaves, there's a couple symptoms in case you're not still really sure if your spirit is present or not. The most obvious symptom is very identifiable. You see it in your eyes. If your spirit's gone, you don't see the fire. You don't see the flame. You don't see the spark. You don't see the bright eyes. If you walk down the street, or at least when I walk down the street, I am amazed. And I'm disillusioned with how many people I see who have no spirit home. Now, your spirit leaves because it's not being fed with whatever it is you're doing. So you have to recognize that you have to feed it to bring it back home. And what it's trying to tell you when it leaves is that it needs nurturing, it needs excitement, it needs entertainment, it needs adventure. It needs the same things your inner child needs, because your inner child is your spirit. They're the same thing. So if your spirit's gone, the music went out in you, the fire went out in you, the fun went out in you, and the play isn't there. And if the situation you're involved in isn't giving it to you and you cannot change that situation, what you can do, if possible, is take a break from the situation and give yourself a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week if possible, time to re-energize, to follow your spirit and see where it's trying to take you. Here's some things that will bring your spirit home. Live music. Now that's very different than CDs or radio. Live entertainment. Live performance. Nature. Being outside, and not for 15 minutes, but camping overnight. Or staying somewhere out in nature, in a little cabin, or at least take a long drive or a long bike ride or a long walk every day in nature, away from cars, away from high-rise buildings, away from congestion, and away from noise. Painting, making a mess, moving, dancing, those sorts of things will bring your spirit back. Being loud, screaming at the top of your lungs, laughing really hard, go to a comedy club, go see things that are really silly where you can make noise, which you can't do necessarily as much as you would like to or can, like in a movie. So these are the sorts of things that bring your spirit home. Socializing with other kindred spirits brings your spirit home. Throw an impromptu party, have a potluck, play Scrabble, play Twister, anything that invites or involves the word play. You notice there's a common theme here. Live music, they're playing. If you go see live performance, it's a play. If you go to a comedy club, people are playing and goofing off. You see, that's the theme that will bring your spirit home. It's like recess. If you don't give your spirit recess, it will take a recess and it will leave, and you can tell by the light in your eyes. And no matter how hard you try to concentrate on something, you're not going to retain it Because if there's no spirit, there's no life force, there's no creativity. It's just the rote vibration of the ego mind, which isn't very creative. It's the support to the creative self. It's not the source of creative self. Our spirits leave all the time. My spirit often leaves when I'm traveling too much and I get in an airplane. I just check out, or sometimes, sadly, in conversations with my family if I've been overworking. So it's not something to get freaked out about. It's common. It's normal. Your spirit is leaving because it's trying to take you to where you need to go to have some fun. And if you don't have enough fun, you're not going to be present and be able to tune into the subtle energies that you need to live an intuitively exciting and advantageous life. So this week, watch this video every day. Watch it at a different time every day. Ask yourself, is my spirit here? Turn to the person next to you. Say, do you see any light in my eyes? And while you're at it, look for the light in theirs. Ask yourself, have I had any fun lately? Have I let my hair down? Have I let out a belly laugh? Have I made a mess? Have I had any fun? Is my inner child in recess, or is my inner child in reform school? So let yourself question and play and bring that spirit home. You don't have to ask me if my spirit's home. You'll feel it. And so on that note, practice every day, and we'll see you next week with another Psychic Setup.